Stop dancing in my lap.
I can't help it. I like giving you lap dances.
Hey, that's private.
I'm sorry. You're right. It's only the thing we do when we're alone with two other people in the room.
And goodness knows how many people watching at home.
Yes.
Hi,
Hi.
everyone. Oh my god, I can hear you guys. Just,
That's awesome.
I have crappy headphones in, but you can hear me, so that's an upshoot from last week.
And you can hear us, and we can hear you, and everything's great, grand, and wonderful, and yay.
My ears might be bleeding by the end of it because I really hate these headphones. They're like the crappy old type, you know, ick. Ugh, ow. I have little ear canals. It hurts.
So basically what you're telling me is your literal virgin ears are being raped right now.
That's what it feels like, yeah.
And to think all these years of us doing radio and us being friends, this is what it takes.
I must really, really like you, hey.
I'm taking your ear virginity right now. Yeah. And I'm giving you a lap dance while I do it. I am a talented motherfucker.
Hi, whoever's looking through the curtains.
That would be Dad getting something to drink. There's a refrigerator right there.
Dude.
Yeah,
Hey,
I know.
guess
If I
what?
move like just a little bit closer, I could totally get something out of there and be like, because
Guess
fat
what?
kid problems. What?
Get We've skipped spring and we've hit summer. Yay!
Yay!
We hit 35 centigrade yesterday.
We started with fall, and we've had fall for a little bit, and now we're going back into summer for a little bit, and then we're gonna drip down. There's my weird ghost light again.
It's a freaking moth!
But yeah, we had summer we're gonna have summer where we're gonna get back up to like 92 degrees Fahrenheit, and then and then we're gonna hopefully go back into fall. But considering it's Louisiana, there's my mom.
Hi, Mom! I love
She's standing at the door going.
it.
She's finally realized that she's actually. I think my
Mom.
mother is on drugs. Oh, now we're peeking through the window now. Okay. Well, you know what, Mom? Two can play this game. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, just when
Gotcha.
you thought you were safe, you're not safe.
Fix the blinds. Fix the
Fix the blinds, fix the blinds.
blinds.
Apparently we're done now. Okay.
Oh dear.
We're done. All right. Anyway, so bit of good news.
Mm.
PGP is now live.
Well, they were about 20 minutes ago.
Well, I meant the
Ish.
website.
Yeah.
The website, which we will soon be broadcasting from, instead of PQRN, will be known as PGP.
Emphasis on the PG.
Apparently. Like, do you even listen to us? Why do you think that letting us be PG is a good idea? Because it's really not.
Well, we started PG. We just went into the M rating, and now we have to go back to PG, which there'll be editing, I'm thinking, at least for the first few weeks until we decide that editing is too hard. And then poop face will come out a lot.
That's true. I mean, come on. Yeah. If you ever really question if we're PG or not, obviously just like sit here for more than 5 seconds and you'll hear at least one F-bomb. Give it a few minutes. I don't think we've ever made it through. You know what? That should be a challenge. We should set weekly challenges every time we do this. And one of the weekly challenges should be make it through the entire show without even saying shit, damn, bitch, ass, any of them.
If we do that, we're going to have to put limitations on what subjects we talk about because
That's
some of
true.
some of those things require colourful language, or else you're just not talking about it properly.
Well, you can't like we're just so vocal that like anything we talk about, because like you could talk about knitting and it would be, oh my god, knitting is fucking boring, or you could talk about the weather, oh my god, it's
Hey,
fucking hot. I'm just saying. I mean, I've never knitted. I don't know if it's boring or not. That was just like the most mundane thing I could think of at the time.
I has myself a scarf in the makings. Not that I freaking need it now, and I started it like 5 months ago. Yeah.
Janie says she loves it. And also,
Yes.
fucking knitting!
No, you just ruined the PG-ness. Aw.
You just said P-genus, and that sounds like penis.
No, it doesn't.
P-genus! Okay, all of you viewers in the room, please tell me, does that sound like penis?
No.
Sounds like penis. Totally penis. Penis,
Mm-mm.
penis, penis. Penis.
Speaking of naughty things, I got sent another Nalini Singh book. Why do they do this to me? I haven't read the first 20 million books in this series, and they keep sending me the next one and the next one and the next one. And it's like, dude, I haven't read the first 20 million. Why would you think I'm just going to jump in mid-series? Like,
20 million is a lot of books. I wish I could write 20 million books. How does she do it?
I don't know. I haven't read one. Maybe she uses a template. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8, and they've sent me the last 3, and it's like, who's got time to read the first 5 books? Not me.
I'm either having a seizure or the lights are going weird because it looks like my eyes going. When it's like a thumbnail, I was watching my eyes and I was like, oh my god, what is wrong with me? Am I having a stroke? That would be awkward. That
Let
would
me
be
get all
really
concerned
awkward.
from over here. Eh.
Yawn. Oh, you might be having a stroke. Thanks, Belinda.
I love you too.
Just remember, Belinda, if I stroke out and die live on air, you're gonna have to do this all by yourself.
I know. Meh. Maybe Janie will save me?
Well, seriously, like I really hope that like when this actually goes live, people can actually see the thumbnails across the bottom because it looks really weird.
I know. Meh. I finished a book last week. I finished Hello, Goodbye, and Everything in Between by Jennifer E. Smith. I usually really love Jennifer E. Smith's books. This one kind of had me wishing that I could maybe hang the main characters. Because, basically they're going through and they're trying to decide whether they're going to break up before college or not. So they go backwards and forwards. We're going to break up. No, we're going to stay together. No, we're going to break up. No, we're going to stay together. It's like, frickin' hell. Make up your minds. Decisions, people. Make them. And it's just... And I've got to write a review of it because I'm not spending all that time doing that and then not writing a review for it. So, nah. Did you read anything this week, Lizard Tongue?
Actually, I have started. Let's see. Let me open up my Kindle because I'm in the 21st century. Actually, it's a bitch because, like, oh my god, at one point the hotel internet went down, and I was reading the whole Black Butler mangas, and I finished one, and it was like a cliffhanger. Like it was the worst case scenario that anyone who reads books in a series will understand, if you have a Kindle or whatever. Left off on a cliffhanger, and I needed the next book like yesterday. Internet was down. So you bet your ass I used my data.
See, the kiddo's smart. She goes through and she downloads all the manga out of that series that's available. And then she's like, oh my god, there's nothing more to read. I gotta wait like 3 days. Ah! And it's like, really? That's what you're complaining about? You haven't even poked your head out of your room to pee, kid. I don't know what you've been doing with it, but ew.
Okay, so one of the books that I just picked up because with Amazon Prime memberships you can get like you get like 2 free books every month. There's 2 Jordans. Anyway, you get like 2 free books every month. This one is called. There we go. Mute thyself, honey. Oh my god, Google won't let me mute it. There we go. Okay. There we go. Sorry, but I was hearing myself and that's just obnoxious. Anyway, this book is called The Concealed. It's by Sarah Kleck. After her parents died in a car accident when she was just a child, Evelyn Lakewood was left alone in the world. Now grown up, she enrolls at Oxford University where she begins to create a new stable life. But when she encounters Jared Conbury, who she later discovers is an orphan with his own tragic history, the equilibrium she was striving for is thrown off. Instantly drawn to this mysterious stranger with the incredibly blue eyes, and confounded by the unusual events that occur whenever they meet, Evelyn resolves to investigate further. What she finds will startle her beyond measure. An ancient legacy of magic, a centuries-old secret society, and a foreboding legend with her and Jared at its center.
Mm.
So that sounds kind of cool. And then I'm also working on Jim Butcher's The Cinder Spires, the Aeronauts Windlass. And unfortunately, there's not much actually about the book. It's mostly just talking about Jim Butcher.
Mm. What's my next one?
I've started reading this one, the Aeronaut Windlass, and I'm having a little bit of trouble with it because it's one of those books that you almost feel like you've walked into the very center of something, and there was like it's like, okay, am I reading the right book? Is this really the first one?
Mm. My next one that I haven't started yet, but I have to, is The Walled City by Ryan Groudon. And if you've been watching Marianne DePierre's YouTube channel, you would have seen me and Jolene talking about the Hatchet evening that we got invited to earlier on this year. And I think there was a video of Ryan Groudon talking about her latest book in the packages. So, yeah, go and check that out on Marianne DePierre's YouTube channel.
Yay!
And that's the book club book for the month for Ben Bright. And I've got to get to it, and it is a little bit of a stinker. I think it is 424 pages.
Damn.
Yeah, I got to get my bum in gear because I don't know how long that's going to take me.
I don't know. You can be. you're kind of like me in that regard. Sometimes you can fly through a book like it's going out of style, and then there are days where it's like, oh my God, I've been reading this book for 5 years, and it's
Mhm.
actually been like 2 months.
Yep, I'm like I think 12 or 11 books behind on my Goodreads challenge this year. I've never been that far behind.
Well, I initially started it out at 75 because when I made the challenge, I was in that state of I'm going to inhale every single book I get my hands on. And about 27 books in, I went, I'm not going to make it. So I lowered my challenge to 35, met that finally, then upped it to 45, and now I've met that. So now I'm going to up it to 55 and just slowly work up.
I set mine at 52, which is approximately one book a week. 12 books behind. So that tells you how much I've been reading. And it's not by choice, a lot of it. A lot of it is just I get home from work and I just do not have the mental capacity to do much more than sit here and go, So where I can, I'm fitting in audiobooks because you don't actually have to be sort of upwardly mobile, shall we say, to consume them.
Sorry, that face was at Janie. She's like, I put it at 75.
I had mine at over. Oh, I've had mine the last 2 years at 100, and I've made it. So to put it at 52 and be this far behind, I am in a serious funk.
Well, one of my biggest problems is, which I don't know if you have this problem too, but sometimes reading just, like if you're doing absolutely nothing else, reading can sometimes put me to sleep. And which
Yeah.
really sucks because, I really, really like it. But if you're already tired and then just sitting there droning on and on and on and reading, and no matter how interesting the book is, I mean, it could be literally the most amazing book you've ever put your hands on, but just that reading across the page, and eventually you start going, no.
And
And yeah, that
if you
really
read
that
in
really
bed like I
sucks.
do, you read it with the pages like.
And the worst part is the only time I really have quiet is at night when I'm working, and yeah, can't sleep while you're at work because then you get in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't mind my coughing. Ugh. I still haven't got rid of my throat. It's still freaking hurting.
Well, I would hope you haven't gotten rid of your throat because we kind of need your throat.
I'm just about ready to scratch it out. I'm that sick of it. Like, that has been over 4 weeks. Exactly. Just.
I wasn't actually trying to put that to where everyone could see it. I was just gonna mime it, and anyone that's like here could see it. And I accidentally bumped my microphone. So now that's live now. But that's okay because so is your stick in the wind. I'm a stick in the wind.
Yeah, the only difference is I meant to do that. You didn't mean to do that.
That's Trudeau.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. So did everybody see Bindi Owen's dance on Dancing with the Stars?
I did not get to see the thing you posted because by the time I went to look at it, the video was private. But apparently, it was incredibly tearjerker. Need a tissue.
It was more just the fact that, she was having flashbacks and things like that while he's talking her through what his ideas for the dance routine were, sort of like the little girl holding daddy's finger and things like that. And they actually found a photo from one of their press photo bits for Australia Zoo where she was actually doing exactly that as a little kid, and she could remember it. And that just had me booing and a hooing, man. And I don't really like Steve Irwin. He was just the epitome of, oh God, not again.
He
You know,
was
he,
he was Australia's equivalent of like Duck Dynasty or Swamp People for us.
yes, exactly. And every time I see those two things, I say to hubby, hey, those people are from like around where Jackie lives. And he's like, really? I'm like, mm-hmm, they exist. He's like, people are really like that? I'm like, yeah. He's like, damn.
Well, okay, they do exist, but they are way further south. Way further south. Like more south than my dick. Sorry, I realized I was pointing down, and down would be my crotch area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Ignoring the chat room because that was just wrong.
I don't see what's wrong with it. Makes sense to me.
We'll leave it at that one. So it's coming up to almost the end of October again, which almost means I need to go and take a trip to the imported lolly shop. Have you got any suggestions that I might need to be looking for?
Well, let's see. What have tried? You've tried regular Dr. Pepper.
Yes. Ugh.
You have tried
Pop rocks.
Pop Rocks, which you absolutely despise.
Um, we've done Kool-Aid. We've done Reese's Pieces. We've done Junior Mints that were. I love Junior Mints. They're so good. Um, I don't know. What do you reckon? Like weird flavors of Tic Tacs or something?
No, no.
Because you guys had cinnamon Tic Tacs. What the frick, man?
We have cinnamon everything.
What is up with that?
I don't know. Cinnamon, like it all started like years ago. They released the Fireballs, and they became incredibly popular. And then there was the Big Red, which was a type of gum, and that was incredibly popular. And they've just put cinnamon into everything. I personally don't like it.
I might be able to get my hands on some Captain Crunch or some Lucky Charms. Not that I really want to kill myself with a diabetic coma, but you know.
Yeah, you guys have to remember
Um,
they don't put marshmallows in their cereal because they're gay.
no, we don't put marshmallows in our cereal because healthy, sort of. Except we do
Yeah,
still have Fruit
because
Loops, which makes no
yeah,
sense.
because cereal is healthy.
Well, Wheat Bix are. Wheaties are. Sort of. Just depends on what you put on top of it.
Jordan is pointing out that cinnamon flavored whiskey is just ew. That is truth, and I drink whiskey. Cinnamon flavored whiskey is disgusting. It tastes exactly like you're drinking Big Red gum.
Maybe I need to see if I can find some Big Red gum. I don't know whether I should.
It burns. It'll burn your mouth. I hate it.
Okay, well, we'll stay clear of that one because. Bleh.
Well, see, I'm not opposed to spice. I mean, Louisianian. I can't be. Yeah, don't stick the paper to your skin. It'll burn. Um,
Who the hell makes food that you can't stick the wrapper to your skin without it burning? What the hell are you guys doing to your stomachs?
we are killing them. Apparently, see, what I think honestly is America is, as a general whole, just has like we realize how much we suck, so we're just steadily trying to kill ourselves really, really quickly.
And when it's not fast enough, you just don't change gun laws and that'll take care of itself. Ha! Boom, boom.
Exactly.
Too soon.
Exactly. Hey, you can't blame the teeth thing, Janie. You can't blame the teeth thing on us because that's totally a British thing. The Brits totally stole that.
Okay, so um, I think I've seen Red Hots. They're American, aren't they? Okay, so try that maybe. We did. What was that stupid licorice crap? The
Don't, don't, don't,
Twizzlers.
don't,
Ugh,
don't eat.
Twizzlers.
Don't eat American licorice. Don't eat American licorice.
Well, we
I
did
hate
Twizzlers.
Twizzlers aren't licorice.
Well, it was nasty. I don't know. We're not doing that again unless I
Actually,
can find
Twizzler.
chocolate Twizzlers. They exist.
Actually, I think Twizzler would. technically fall into the category of gummy. I think technically. I don't know.
That's what Australian licorice is shaped like.
That's weird.
Butterfingers. I know I can get my hands on Butterfingers.
Well, Janie says you should try Butterfingers. I like Butterfingers. Those are actually really good.
Okay, I'll have to see if I can find a drink too, because obviously I'm going to need to kill whatever it is. But then again, the drink, I'm not getting Dr. Pepper again. Oh no. Nuh-uh.
Of course, I'm not a big fan of Dr. Pepper anyway. You should get some like, don't they have like different flavor of Cokes over there that are only American?
I think so. I think so. They did have cherry Coke for a while, but ugh. Cherry
No,
anything. What the
Belinda
hell
does
is you
not.
guys' fantasy with cherry Coke?
No, no, she does not need to drink like Fanta, whatever the hell it's called. No, she doesn't need to
Yeah,
drink
we have
that.
Fanta. We have Fanta. We have plain Fanta. Hubby drinks the lime Fanta shit. Who the hell does lime Fanta? I'm asking all these redundant questions because obviously someone must be eating them, drinking them, etc. because otherwise they wouldn't make them. So, yeah, people.
Jordan's like, there's a plain Fanta?
Yes, plain Fanta. You know, the general plain orange Fanta. Standard issue. Yeah.
You just blew, like, I'm just seeing Jordan sitting here staring at the computer going, and then, like, this little cloud goes, you
You
just
know, Fanta
blew
was
her
one
mind.
of the only soft drinks that my grandfather could actually drink when they took out his pancreas.
Well, see, you
Yeah,
have
we
to
have Mountain
understand.
Dew.
Yeah, you have to understand that Fanta here has a whole different stigma attached to it.
Jim Academy.
Okay, have you heard of the group um, Insane Clown Posse?
Sorry, what was that name again?
Insane Clown Posse, ICP?
Yes.
Okay. Most of the people, they call themselves the Juggalos or the
Yeah.
Juggalettes or whatever, female or male. They're all obsessed with drinking Fanta. Like Fanta is the drink of choice for the Juggalos and the Juggalettes. And yeah,
So
it's
all their pretty makeup they're gonna ruin with the Phantom moustache.
oh yes, gorgeous makeup, gorgeous makeup. Okay, so for those of you that don't understand why we're throwing random American things at Belinda, being like, "Here, eat this." It's a tradition we've had every year for 4 years. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, she does not need to eat Twinkies.
I've had what was the ones that Ellie sent me? What's the other one? Not Twinkies, but the other one. She sent me caramel corn. No, yeah. I don't know. What's the other one?
You're gonna have to be more specific because oh my god, the amount of snack cakes we have over here.
um, no, I don't think it was a ding dong. I don't think it was a
There's
ho ho either. What the hell is
there's
with the double names too?
there's Twinkies, Ding Dongs, Ho Ho, what is it? Zingers. We are serious about our weird shit. Well, okay, explain what it was, and maybe we can
I
figure it out.
I think it was like a cakey thing with like a center of other smush, which doesn't narrow it down any. Because that's
Not in the,
basically what
okay,
they all
no,
are.
okay. You don't believe me, but next time I go to the store, I will take a picture and I will show you. You literally just described like 9/10 of the snack aisle that aren't chips.
Okay. I
Okay, was the
think they
cake
closed down. Does that narrow it down any?
Twinkies closed down, but they came back.
Maybe it was Twinkies. I don't know. I didn't keep the packaging because I figured it was just the inside that'd last till the end of time. Although it was plastic, and apparently every piece of plastic that has ever been made is still in existence. I
Let's
think
see.
it was like chocolate peppermint. So the chocolate was outside and it was like peppermint in the center. I think it was a Christmas thing.
Was it a
I don't
York?
know. I don't think so. We're going through all the names just in case anybody's not getting the chat room in their screen. And it said, what the hell, man? And you guys
Okay,
wonder why you're obese. It's crazy. As a
that's
nation, you are
true.
crazy.
That's true, though. Let's see. There's Swiss roll there, which is chocolate and it's got a creamy center. Then there's oatmeal cream pie. Yes, fat kids unite.
My inner fat kid is screaming to get out.
Yes,
So you're explaining why we do this?
yes, yes. So yes, about 4 years ago, we lost a very, very dear friend on October 29th. See, I remember that part. I've just lost track of how many years it's been.
I've got it written on my calendar how long it's been.
But yeah, we lost a very, very dear friend, and it started off the first couple of weeks. Actually, no, she what was it? It was like the a couple of days after she actually passed away. Um, Belinda came across her two of her favorite things, and it was Dr. Pepper and is that when you tried the Pop Rocks?
I don't think so. I think that was the Twizzlers. I think Twizzlers was the first one and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Twizzlers and Dr. Pepper because you had to wash it down and you went, oh, that's not even any better. Excuse me. Oh, that's not any better.
And then I burped up the back of my nose because I was trying not to burp on air, and then that made it 5 times as bad. And I was like, what am I
Yep,
doing to
yep.
myself?
Yep, I will never forget Belinda discovering her first or experiencing her first Dr. Pepper burp. That is like a well-known thing and everyone does it. Like it's only Dr. Pepper.
It
It's
hurts.
it's only Dr. Pepper. If you like even if you're not just like trying to hold in your burps and you actually burp out of your mouth, it will some of them will still travel up your nose and will burn. And I don't know why.
Hmm. Maybe it's one of those many, 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 many artificial sweeteners or preservatives. Maybe.
Maybe. But yeah, so every year she picks one thing that is only found in America that she can actually eat because Belinda's allergic to everything.
But hey, considering the chemical content of half of the shit that comes out of the States, I don't think much of it's natural, and it's really only the natural things that I'm allergic to, so I think I'm pretty safe.
That is truth. And they're like, oh my god, it kills me on everything that like everything here in America. It's like all natural flavors. And then you flip it
Bullshit.
over. And yeah, you flip it over and there's like this huge thing of chemistry followed by artificial or natural and artificial flavors. And it's like, wait a minute, on the front it just said 100% natural. On the back it says artificial flavors.
Yeah, they can't get away with that here. And what did you think of the the Australian candy I sent to you? Because the labeling is a lot different here, hey?
Let's see, hang on. Joanna says you should. You've tried this one. You've tried trail mix with M&Ms because you ate all the M&Ms.
Yes, yes, we did that. We did peanut butter and M&Ms.
Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, we done them. Blech. I don't like Hershey's Kisses, and I did them long before I ever knew you guys. Tastes like soap. What the hell is wrong with you?
Jordan says trail mix is just M&Ms with obstacles.
Who the hell puts M&Ms in their trail mix? You'd hate it here. We don't put M&Ms in our trail mix.
You don't put marshmallows in your damn cereal either.
I know. You guys would be like, Psha, what the hell is this? This isn't food. This is just... Ugh.
This is cardboard.
I'd probably have better nutrition eating the box. Well, that's what you say now, but, you know, if you were here...
Actually, funny story. MythBusters actually did take cereal, and Janie, you would like old people cereal. That's gross. Anyway, um, they took cereal and they mixed it up, and yeah, they compared the nutritional value. Yeah, you actually do get more nutritional value out of eating the box.
Yep. I like M&M's better too. Yep.
I think it all
Okay,
depends on
so
what type of trail mix you get. Like they do have some really really good ones. Like I know what is that? Goldfish. Goldfish just put out, or not just, but they've put out a trail mix, and they've got I think it's Goldfish. No, no, it's not Goldfish. It's
you know what they say, you are what you eat.
oh shit, I'm Janie.
La 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 la. So glad you guys can't see the chat room. It was meant to be for the nuts comment, you crazy lady.
I'm sorry, but that was happening. I'm so sorry, Janie, but I saw it and I took it. I'm sorry.
That was an easy mark, but God, that was good timing.
So is Janie. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so sorry, Janie. I'm so sorry, but that was an opportunity I literally could not let go.
So glad I didn't have any Dr. Pepper then, because it would have sprayed all over my computer. And then
And
that really would have hurt.
and then it would have burned out of your nose in a whole different way.
And then no computer.
You're right. You're right. That was one of those things of it came out of my face and then I realized what I'd said. I do this thing. Like I've told Janie and I've told Joanna about it. I'm pretty sure I've told Jordan too. But I do this thing where like I'll be talking and shit will just kind of fall out of my face and then like there's no conscious thought about it. There is no nothing and it just comes out and then I go, wow, that was clever. Holy crap. Imagine if I'd had to think about that. So yeah, that was one of those things of it fell out of my face. I realized what I said and then cracked myself up.
There's no editing here. Oh dear.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get in trouble. I may already be in trouble, but you know what? That was worth it.
It was worth it. We can't repeat that one. So how about we just go back to
Actually,
the
no, no,
food?
no. That story actually really is funny.
Alrighty, alrighty.
I don't remember the full story. Yeah, Keishan, my boss's son, and my bosses are Indian. Um, gave Jordan like cookies. Yeah, he gave her cookies and then went to take them away. And I don't know if this is a common phrase there or not, but Indian giver.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. So she turned around and said, "You Indian giver," and then she stopped, realized the circumstances, and then went, "Oh shit." Accidental racism. Accidental racism is the best.
But the thing is it really, really racism when it's a term that has been around for centuries?
And technically, it wasn't wrong. He is Indian. He gave
And he
something
was
to her, and
taking
then
something back, which is the term's real name.
exactly. So it wasn't racist. And I just got hit with beads or something. Oh, you found my other headphones. Thank you, baby.
She's such a good girl.
Well, she found them in the bathroom. All right.
What? Back to the Reese's Pieces.
Huh? Huh?
The one that everybody in this house takes bathroom?
I know which bathroom because I don't go to the other bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, tell Gammy thank you.
That's the one bathroom takes a bath. And then you guys go to the bathroom, don't get.
Yes, baby.
Dear.
Now that my bathroom habits have been broadcasted live, she's already tried Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, we already tried racist pieces.
Reese's Pieces? Did you just say racist pieces?
That's what it says in the room.
Oh, sorry. My fat kid went, food! So,
What the hell
yeah,
is Crunch a
speaking...
Bunch? Huh?
Crunchy Munch? I don't know.
Ow. There's food out there you haven't tried yet. Oh my god, quick, try it.
My phone went, ding!
Hmm. Okay,
No, do you
so
want to know why? You know what? I figured it out why America is so obsessed with their. No, she doesn't need to try. No, she does not need to try bottle pop, baby bottle pops. No. Sorry. Apparently Joanna's having issues, so she's typing here. Um, ring pops, maybe.
I've had ring pops. We've had ring pops here for good 20 years.
Okay. Pretzel goldfish.
Don't think I can get them here.
Pretzel, most of the goldfish stuff is actually. It's on the main. It's I don't know. I can't work. I don't know how Hangouts work on the phone.
Hmm.
But anyway, so no, I have figured out why America is so obsessed with the whole snack stuff and everything. And it's not because we have no sense of health. It's not because of, but most of the actual like fruit bars and the whole or what is it called? Like the breakfast bars or the healthy bars, it's supposed to be, most of them taste like absolute shit. Like they taste better if you eat the damn wrapper. And not, or if they are good, they are ridiculously expensive to the point that like if you bought that, that would be all you bought.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what so many people fail to understand about like the, I'm going to dip into politics for just a moment just to prove the point. But that's what so many people don't understand. A lot of Americans want to eat healthier. They want to eat organic. They want to eat better fruits and vegetables. But the sad fact is, because of the fact that we are taxed completely out the wazoo, we literally take home like only part of our check. The other part of it is taxed, and then we're taxed again when we go to the store. And depending on what you're buying, could be taxed higher or lower. So we're actually taxed twice for the same things. And yeah, which one are you going to buy? You know, on a budget, which one are you going to buy? The $4 frozen pizza or the $10 bag or the $10 or $20 bag of organic apples.
Mm.
And we're talking to feed a family. You know, the typical American family is 2 adults plus 2.5 kids. Where you get the half of the kid, I don't know. That's creepy. But yeah, go to any
That's
fast
what
food
happens when you
restaurant.
let Wednesday play with the children.
Yeah. Go to any fast food restaurant. You will find burgers, like McDonald's, for example. McDonald's has burgers. After tax, the total comes out to like $1.89. If you try to get a salad, the salad can be anywhere from $6 to $7. Case in
Yep.
point, if you are trying to feed an entire family, you're going to end up going for cheaper because you don't have that much money. And if you do try to get on food stamps, either A, you're denied because you make too much money, which is absolute bullshit, I might add, and B, or B, it's just not worth it to have the stigma, there we go. It's not worth it to have the stigma because every single time you pull out your food stamp cards, there's a whole bunch of these uppity white bitches going,
Mm. Or what I'm finding here is the fact that, the fast food is just so addictive and they advertise it everywhere, like bus stations, trains, the whole works and jerks, TV, radio, magazines, everywhere you look, billboards. You cannot escape it. There's always the reminder of, ooh, yeah, you want a big greasy burger that's a hell of a lot cheaper than this healthy option. And so if you want to make ends meet, and we'll get on to something that's happening in Australia at the moment that I'm absolutely ropeable about, you end up having to do meat substitutes because meat costs too much. And since we now have 7-day trading, there is not the rush like there was back in the 80s and the very early 90s to get that meat sold, so they mark the price down so heavily because it can't sit around for 3 days while we all take a weekend. So, there is not that option for families anymore. So everything is fresh, 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 fresh. And the moment you slap an organic sticker on it, it doubles the price because they can. They tax goods and services, so, it's ridiculous. And it kind of gets to the point where if you really want to feed a family, like for our instance, a family of 3, so hubby, myself, and the kiddo, she eats man-sized meals because she's a teenage girl, she's growing, she does athletics, so she needs the fuel. To get that into her system, I have to make the most disgusting food imaginable, and I'm a shit cook to begin with. So, it's lentils, it's things like beans and things like that, and she hates it. Hates it. And trying to get that down her throat is really difficult. Now, if that was the only food she had on option, and that was all she'd had her whole life, maybe things would be a little different. And I know that everything's a little different here because, we get a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables and things. And you guys don't necessarily get that. Like, your fruit would have been in cold storage while it travelled across the country and goodness knows what. Whereas we quite often get, like, from just down the road. So it's, like, the freshest it's ever going to be. But, I think there's a big push now to sort of make everything affordable for the lower classes, which is what things need to become, especially now that the Australian government is now trying to remove penalty rates. Now, do you know what penalty rates are? Okay, penalty rates are basically the rates that you get paid a little higher on top of award wage. So if you work sort of the graveyard shift, you would earn a little more than those who work on the day shift. If you work, a Thursday night shift, because we only really technically have late night shopping on a Thursday unless you work in one of the major chains of grocery store, which go 9 o'clock most nights. You get paid a little more to work on weekends, and you get paid a hell of a lot more to work on a Sunday. And they're trying to make it all even so that everybody just gets paid the base wage. And if everybody gets paid the base wage, it's going to open it up so more people can work. However, it will mean that people will have to work harder to make it to, like, the poverty line. Because at the moment, if you're working retail or, hospitality or something like that, you're barely going to be able to live off your wage, especially if you're a single mother. Or a single parent, I should say.
That is truth. That is truth. And, I mean, we have a similar thing. However, not all jobs offer it, and actually in cases like, say, Walmart, for example, Walmart is a giant. They've basically monopolized most cities here because they end up choking the competitors out of business. And yeah, you will actually get in serious trouble if you go over at all, even by a few minutes. And just to clarify what this entails, if your boss calls you and has to tell you something work-related, that counts as a business call, and you have to write that down. It doesn't matter if it costs or if it took 5 minutes or 20 minutes. You have to write it down. And so if you work up to a certain point, but you get a business call that lasts about 20 minutes, and you go over 20 minutes, you will be in trouble. even though they called you, notice the fact that you were about to go over and still made the phone call anyway. You, anytime you talk business outside of Walmart, that's business. You have to write it down.
See, I wouldn't mind that because to get some of my work done, I actually end up having to go in like 2 hours early because I just refuse to stay 2 hours late. And you don't get paid for that.
Mm-mm.
You know, and if it ends up that they take away penalty rates, I'll be turning up when I'm supposed to turn up. And let me tell you, like, I know this is going live and I know that I am talking about this, so I'm just not going to say the business's name. But I'm rostered on from the moment the doors are supposed to open to the moment that the doors are supposed to close. That's all I'm getting paid for. I'm not getting paid to put the registers in. I'm not getting paid to make sure that things are in order before my staff get there. I'm not being paid to print off the paperwork that I need to then do the next morning that I'm also not getting paid to do. And somehow I'm supposed to fit all that into there, and then we also got told that if a customer comes to the door 5 minutes after we've closed, we are to let them in. I'm like, dude, no. No, if you take away my penalty rates, I'll be closing 15 minutes early so I can get out at the time that you're going to be paying me. Because I'm not working past what I'm supposed to if you take away my penalty rates.
Yep. And, Janie, up a little bit in the chat, she said, she wishes that was true here, that we had the whole penalty rate thing. Because the simple fact is, in order to get it, you pretty much have to work a particular job set. If you work anything over a certain amount, then you just stop working. Like you either take an extra lunch to make up for the time or whatever. Now, I mean, some places will do holiday pay. Not all of them. My job doesn't. But I mean, my boss does a holiday bonus. So that's essentially holiday pay. So that's cool. But taking a step back for just a moment, I brought up a really good point, or I thought of a really good point as far as like the whole fast food and the eating healthier thing goes. Back, God, I don't even remember, like 20-something years, they used to have commercials featuring cigarettes, and they would play them on every single TV channel. They would play even channels set aside for kids, when these channels were born, because once upon a time everything shut off at midnight, if not earlier. So yeah, they had all these commercials and advertisements for cigarettes everywhere, and now they've been banned. And the reason why they were banned is because children see these things, and being around people that smoke, it can be just as whatever. But honestly, as far as like me, it wasn't the fact that I was around my mom and my dad all the time. It was when I got older, went out into the world and got around other people that I wanted to fit in with. Basically, I fell into the peer pressure range. But now that we have that established, let's take a step back. No, you're not, Jordan. No, you're not. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, Jordan taught me how to smoke. So blame Jordan. Anyway, but yeah, so now that we have that established, and we have obviously established, even as smokers, smoking is very bad for you. It will kill you and all this stuff. Everyone knows it, including smokers know it the best. Mom just came to the door in a towel. And sorry. Anyway, yet turn on TV, especially in America. I don't know if you guys do commercials like we do or not. But turn on an American television, and I guarantee you turn it to a kids show within 5 minutes, you will see a Taco Bell commercial, a McDonald's commercial, Burger King commercial. Which, by the way, Burger King is doing this weird thing. It's called the Black Burger, and it looks disgusting as fuck. But anyway, yeah, you'll see McDonald's, you'll see all these different fast food restaurants, and they are all aimed at children. All of them. and how to manipulate your parents to buy McDonald's for you.
There's a buzzword for that. We call it pester power.
And I mean, they play it late at night. So for all the partiers and all the potheads and all these people, or just, someone who's gotten off work and they're going, I'm really hungry. I could cook, or I could go to McDonald's, which is 24 hours, and I could get a burger.
And you know what we've also had introduced here?
Hmm.
McDonald's delivery. I am not joking. McDonald's delivery, like a pizza. And it's just crazy. I mean, and the thing is, they're putting it in the neighborhoods that can least afford it. Putting it in the poverty-stricken areas. And it's just like, you got a screaming kid, you've just been at work all day, you can either take 30 minutes to go and cook a meal, or you can ring up and go, dude, send me a whatever, a McCrap burger, and the kids will be like, yay! And then they stop buggering you, and it's just like, relief! And then they even deliver it to your door.
And then, the worst thing is, when I was a kid, or even when my mother was a kid, or whatever, eating out was a treat. That was, hey, we've had a good work week. Things are settling down. Let's go into town and let's eat. And once upon a time, you went to actual sit-down restaurants and you sat and you ate. And then as the value of the dollar went down, the need to work harder went up, so we ended up not being able to spend as much time with family, and therefore it was, okay, we're at the end of the work week. I need something to eat, and I need something to drink now.
Mm-hmm.
And then, on the opposite end of this particular spectrum, we are seeing more and more kids today who are being raised by babysitters, who are being raised by schools, who are being raised by whatever, and daycares and etc., being raised by the neighbors or the nannies or whatever, and they weren't actually raised by parents. And I'm not blaming parents necessarily. Parents have to work. But there is no fucking reason why a two-parent, or even, fuck it, a one-parent household should have to work this hard and get absolutely nothing in return for it.
Yeah, definitely need to raise the minimum wage for you guys. That is just BS.
And, Janie brought up something of things are so expensive there. And you know what? That is true. Things, by our standards, things are ridiculously expensive in Australia. But what's your minimum wage?
Minimum wage here, depending on your age, it does actually go up as you get older. I think minimum wage, award wage, I don't know exactly for my age bracket, but it's somewhere around the $17, $18 mark an hour, which in you guys' case, that's like, dude, you be rolling in the dough. However, when you take that into account, $3 for a decent loaf of bread.
And see,
It is cheaper to buy Coke than it is to buy healthy drinks.
Well, here on our minimum wage, a loaf of bread is, someone's going to have to fill me on exactly, but depending on, wheat bread is about $3 and something on our wage, because again, we're taxed twice, and $2.18 for wholesome. Yeah, that's
yeah.
So
it's still ridiculous.
Yeah, we're being charged the exact same amount. I mean, granted, yes, there are things that are a lot cheaper here, such as I think you and I have talked about, car insurance is a lot cheaper here.
You know what? Let me go and grab our latest junk mail, and we will actually see what things cost.
Okay.
I'll be back in just a second.
Oh boy, we're gonna have a nice conversation. I'd like to say, Janie, all I saw was things are expensive there, so I just kind of assumed. But I mean, it still fit with my point, so I just made it anyway. So suck it.
See, mere seconds. Oh, I don't want to put them back in my ears. It hurts. Okay. So this is the place where I normally shop. It's Coles. Okay, let's see what they got on sale. Junk food. Junk food. Junk food. Junk food. Junk food. Oh, look, we got beetroot slices. Holy jeez, they got something healthy in here. 85 cents. Not too bad. But that's for canned beetroot. Junk food. Meat. Meat.
I'm going to go see if I can find one of our sale papers. Hang on.
Okay. So for decent bread, we're looking at $3.50 a loaf. If you want the crap stuff, 85 cents. For the stuff that'll give you diabetes. And then lots of shit we don't need. Cheese. Cheese costs $7 for like 500 grams, which is half a kilo, and I don't know what the conversion would be to pounds, but yeah, not good. $7, and that's saving $2. So that cheese would normally be nearly $10. It's absolute garbage. And yeah, just the amount of junk food that's in here. You know, it's just ridiculous. Because the junk food goes on sale. The cheap stuff is usually junk food. Whereas the healthy stuff, forget about it. It never goes on sale. Well, I can't eat cheese anyway, because cheese gives me migraines. Okay, so Jackie's just about back, so let's see what she has to say.
Sorry, it took me a minute to find it. Okay, so this one is probably old. I think. I don't know. It was up there in the mail, so I can't tell. Okay. So let's see. Ooh, Cokes are on sale this week. Possibly. Okay,
You gotta
so
check the dates.
yeah. So here's Coke. Junk food, junk food, junk food, junk food. Oh look, there's something healthy.
My goodness.
I know, right? Actually, if you flip it over, believe it or not, we do have some other stuff on sale that are healthy. There we go.
Alcohol.
Yes, alcohol. Yay!
Oh,
So,
sorry,
yeah,
we
there's
do
that.
have some in here. The blueberries are $6.90 for a punnet, which is only 200 grams, and I don't know what the freaking conversion is.
I'm trying to think. But yeah, and then let's see.
No, wine is good for everybody else because it makes you comatose.
That's true, though. You can get all sorts of chips and shit for on sale. You can get all sorts of. I'm not actually sure.
Me
Like, I'm
neither,
not
Janie.
actually
I've never
talking.
had kale either.
I've had kale, except I've mixed it with smoothies. Ow! I just gave myself a paper cut on the eyeball. I'm doing this for you! Let's see. Yeah, most of our sale paper involves. Oh, let's see. Oh, okay. Here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Oh my god, it's so perfect. I couldn't have planned this any better than. Yeah. Okay, so. You have, like, all these different types of yogurts. Okay? All these different types. Now, I'm going to show this to you. Okay. There's Danimals, which I don't know if you have those there. But they're smoothies. 2 for $4. That's not bad. Cat! Sorry. That's not bad. However, let's look at the next one over. The one that's actually healthy for you. 2 for $10. Let's look at the next one over. Oh, wait, we've got a deal going. 10 for $10, so that's not bad. Then 2 for $7.
Yeah, the one that we showed everybody while you were getting yours is $7, save $2 for cheese.
Wow.
So trying to get your kids calcium in their diet? Yeah, not unless you sort of work a really good job, because otherwise, nah.
But it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that we work as hard as we do, and we have to spend so many hours away from family and friends, and actually, all this stuff. John Stamos is cheap this week. Yes, John Stamos is cheap this week. I wish, dude. That whole thing, I don't know if you guys have this commercial there or not, but there's this commercial floating around of John Stamos is the spokesperson, I guess,
He's the
for
what?
the spokesperson
Okay.
for Oikos Greek yogurt. And
Oh, is that what he's doing now? I thought he was touring with the Beach Boys.
nope, he eats. And supposedly, if you eat in the commercials, if you eat Oikos Greek yogurt, John Stamos will show up. I will tell you, I ate my weight in Oikos Greek yogurt, and he never showed up.
I need to put a video from YouTube on my Facebook. One of the most famous times John Stamos has ever been in Australia. One of our most, I want to say, decorated daytime TV hostesses, otherwise known as CAC, or Kerry Ann Kennelly. Very unfortunate name, because CAC also means shit in Australia. Yeah, he must have either been jet lagged or on something, because it was creepy John Stamos, not cute John Stamos. And I had a crush on John Stamos from the Full House days, and I missed the Beach Boys concert when my mum had second row seats and he was the drummer, and it was like, mother effer, I had my chance to look at John Stamos in the person. Not that I could freaking see him because my eyes are dodgy, but dude, that was John Stamos. And then he did this thing with CAC, and it was just not good. So I wouldn't be eating my weight in Greek yogurt just for John Stamos anymore.
Yeah, but
comparison for you guys?
He definitely aged well, though.
So I don't know whether you can read that or whether it's around the wrong way. I cannot see.
Wow.
Yeah. So 3 for 33 or 1 for 19. And that's the other thing I freaking hate. Only 5-6 years ago they started doing the American thing where nothing is now on sale singly. It's only ever on sale when you buy it in multiples. So it used to be, like a packet of Bickies, You get one packet of Bickies, it's on sale singly. Now it's like you've got to buy 20 boxes to get a freaking any discount at all, because if you buy it singly, it's back to its single price. And it's like, gee, we don't want Australia to be fat, but we're only going to save any freaking money if we're not saving any bloody money at all.
What are Bickies?
What?
What are Bickies?
Cookies, Bickies, same thing. Bickies.
I was sitting there going,
Bickies. You know the lingo. You're an honorary Australian. Speaking of, guess what's on this weekend?
Bathurst!
Yeah! I'm glad you knew that one. Don't know what Bickies is, but you know what Bathurst is on.
That's because it's the only thing that made me an honorary Australian. Therefore, if you're bringing it up, it had to be that. I used my I Sherlocked your ass.
You did. 166 laps I think it's that. God, I need to hand in my Australiana card. Yeah, 166 laps of pure endurance. The drivers are freaking crazy, especially now that we have actually skipped spring and we've just gone into, like, kill everybody summer. So it's going to be like 100 and something at least in the cars Fahrenheit. They wear cooling suits, but it does jack. So we'll see how that goes. Hubby and I go for opposing teams. Now that there's a third, we don't know what we're doing anymore. It's not good. Because it used to only be Ford and Holden. And now they've chucked Mercedes in on the mix of it. And it's like, you can't do that.
So now everyone is
Sure.
kind of uniting of no Mercedes.
Yeah, as long as Mercedes don't win. Although Mercedes is run by a woman, so I'm kind of okay with it winning now, which is a bit bad. Because girl power.
Okay.
Yeah, so I might actually even post, I can't remember who they did a hot lap with, but I think it was some NASCAR, either presenter or ex-NASCAR driver, and they took him around the Bathurst track, and he was crapping himself. It was hilarious, especially when he's going up over Mount Panorama. Because you actually drive up, and you cannot see where you're going, but somehow you have to figure out where your car's going.
No, you don't need to see.
Can't see.
You don't need to see while you're going upwards of a couple 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, exactly. You know, high speed impact. That's what the roll cage is for. What are you talking about? Yeah, we play football without the padding. What are you doing?
Australians are intense.
Absolutely. You know, and we wear
Yes.
thongs.
Flip-flops, guys. Flip-flops.
Well, them too.
Oh,
If you-
touche, ma'am.
If you're lucky, you don't see Grant Denyer running around Bathurst in a mankini. That was an experience. They actually had to fuzzy out certain parts.
Ew. And yes, my cat does have massive ears. He's got a little bitty head and huge ears.
He'll grow into them tits.
Yes. But yeah, he's all snuggly and he's like, Mama! But yes.
It's funny how he has the same look on his face when you hold him up as you do when your angel does.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit! Yeah, but yeah, so just real quick because I have to point this out, but you want to know how pathetic these cats are? Like, absolutely worth it. Okay, you see him? See him? See him? Watch this. And asleep.
You're cute. See, I did that to mine and I scratched my brains out.
See, he thinks he's a baby. And he even hides behind his little foot. Yep, and asleep. He thinks he's a baby.
Well,
I'm not kidding. He's asleep. He's out.
he knows where it's safe.
Yep. But yeah, and then like you kind of move around and they kind of open their eyes and they're like, what? And then back
There
out
is
they
no
go.
threat.
Okay, go away, worthless.
But Mom.
Batman. All right, so it is now coming up to 10:30. I have to get ready to go. So we will have to call it quits. However, before we leave, real quick, as you all know, or if you don't know by now, surprise! PGP is up and running now, and all that's left for us to do is to decide, well, pretty much everything. We have narrowed down our days to Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's up to you guys. We need to all kind of come together. We need to all come together and decide what we want our name to be. what we want our theme music to be, and more specifically, what time. Because the problem we ran into when we did Friday Ketchup the first time, sorry, Jordan sent me something, and she's like, look at it! Okay. But the problem we ran into last time was it was at 3, and no one was home by that point, and here's the picture she wanted me to show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, lazy, worthless cat. Thank you, Jordan, for your contribution. But yeah, so the problem, Janie, no. The problem that we had last time was no one was home, and yeah, so we need to decide on a date and a time that's convenient for the most viewers. More specific, I'm not so much worried about new people. I'm worried about all of our regulars that we care about. So yes, it's up to you guys. Help us figure out themes. Help us figure out times and dates.
Exactly. I just hope that you pick something that is actually workable for me to
Manage it.
for you guys.
Yeah, obviously everything's going to be ridiculously fucking early in the morning in Australia.
Yeah. Especially when daylight saving goes away.
And that's another thing. The later we run it here, the later in the morning it'll be there, so we'll probably get more of your people in too.
Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so anyway, you got to go get ready for work, and I have to go and find myself a new headset because, ow!
So yes, everyone, thank you all for coming, and thank you for putting up with our technical difficulties, and hopefully we will see you all again sometime next week. Yay!
Yeah, bye, Ren!
Bye!